The Suzuki honey hole. I could see him.
See, now I'll hit the starter and let's see if it crawls. It might not. I ran out of fuel there.
I see what you mean.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it? Yeah. There, I killed it. Wow. That was just the starter. That was good?
So this is going to be a brief walkthrough of the new Samurai I purchased a couple weeks ago, and I've had some work done it already, which I'll point out, but right now this is kind of the before for the paint and kind of just updating I'm going to do. So as you can see, it's been rattle canned with camouflage brown, and I'm gonna put on a Raptor Liner, similar color with black accents to match the heavy duty angle iron rock slider. You can actually see it right there. So this thing has 1.3 with 31s, KO1s, good tread. Front winch, 8,000 pound. And interior wise, I've already removed the seats, or one of them at least. That was from towing. And there was some sort of spray liner put down. You can see it's kind of flaking. So I'm going to try to clean it up and either respray at Raptor or just come over top of it with some sort of Rust-Oleum, just a matte black or some just a black, just to kind of even it out. It does have a full cage, and same as the paint outside. You can see it's just looks like it's rattle canned, and I'll come through and most likely just do the same. I'm not sure if I don't think it's really necessary to try to Raptor this out. It's gonna be too much work. But it's full cage all the way through. The liner is old. That's gonna be replaced, so that'll help out. And the doors already have skins for them, just a ABS plastic black, just basic. You can see this was kind of a hobbled together Samurai. Looks like it was a red Samurai, and then originally the body was teal. What a great color, right? This is the spare So this is set up with a aftermarket bumper, tire swing out, the new hub with the tire mounts, which is kind of cool. There's a second place for a swing out. I have that as well. Kind of could carry gas or whatever. Pretty heavy duty hub here, or hitch. And one of the things I just got done at Petrol Works is an updated or upgraded 15-gallon tank, which is nice. This thing also has all the diff armor, front and rear lockers. See the original teal color. So these I'm gonna sand down and prepare and just Raptor them out, so that'll help out. And there's some decent little body damage I'll try to repair out. Not too concerned. I'm sure this will keep happening. But overall, it's solid. So you can see it was definitely teal. But everything in here is nice. The motor has about 500 miles on a rebuild. Headers, rebuilt transmission, upgraded GSR2 transfer case. So it's like 4-to-1 gears instead of the 2-to-1. And everything's looking good. You can also see the springs are above the axle. And then also the front has the rear springs, which helps out. So this is the end of day 2 on the Samurai project. Paint is prepped. I'd say the body's prepped. Did some Bondo work. Didn't have to be too pretty because we're gonna do the Raptor Liner. So everything's sanded down, just gotta do the nooks and crannies before I start taping. Doors inside all scuffed up. Parts organized. He's nice and scuffed. We'll get the adhesion promoter and a nice ding back here. And everything's repainted. All the lights were taken out and cleaned, contacts cleaned. These as well. All the suspensions painted up. New tank. I can't really see too much, but nice and dark. Some other damage up here. Gone up a little bit. Turn signals are out. Bumper is painted just with a truck bed liner. That's just dust. Everything's back in. Got my grill out. Ready to go. Day 3. So we're back at the shop. Just did a 15-mile flat tow. And we're going to continue the prep work for paint and Raptor Liner. And remove the top. A few other things too. Take off the tires. Going to paint the rims and flip the tires as well. Get the black on the outside, white on the inside. But most of the prep work's been done. All of the body filler, which wasn't much. There's a few spots like that. But besides that, we're ready to go. So here's another walk around. Right now I just finished washing it down, degreaser, and we're gonna get the top off. So pretty much ready to go, looking good. Most of the trim's off. Bumper's been repainted. Underneath, been repainted, and a little bit of rust prevention. Same thing on this side. A few little dings have been fixed with Bondo. But we are ready to go. Gonna remove the doors as well when I do the paint. And get some touch up in here. And here as well, I'll most likely just brush roll it. Interior is already stripped, ready to go. Also, as I mentioned before, going to get these rims off the wheels, flip them around, and paint the rims black. Well, we have the end of day 3, and tires, rims are off, sitting over there. So, got them all off on jack stands, giving me better access to clean up in the wheel wells. You see in here still some rust, need to cover up and clean. But the main thing is getting my tires dismounted, flipped, and painting the rims to match the bumper. It's right there. Just a standard truck bed spray can. Getting some prep work done for the wheels. So I have a wire wheel. I think I have some 100 grit sandpaper. And really just want to turn it from shiny to dull. Gotta scuff it up. First I did the degreasing, which will help the adhesion as well. And just get every little nook and cranny. Get all 5 done and be ready to paint. A bit of a wheel paint update. As you can see, I've pretty much fixed all my mistakes. There's still some minor scratching from the 80 grit. There it is over here actually. You can see a little bit underneath. If I really want to get picky, I can sand that out and do another light coat, but I'm pretty happy with the results. Lessons learned, and if you're going to do something Take your time, don't rush it. You'll wind up costing yourself time in the end. Tires are done. 5 dismounted, painted, and remounted. You have good wrench. Today seems to be taping day. Still got quite a bit to do, but getting some of the hard work done. I'm gonna plastic out all of the empty space so no paint gets inside. All the wheel well fenders are taped. Most of the plastics are off, pretty much all of them. Little buttons are taped up. My CV antenna was going to be too difficult to take off, so it's going to be taped. All of my bumpers as well. Wheels are off, but they are done. And in here, same thing. I'm gonna come through and hit, I guess down here first, and then put the hood down and do the hood, just because it kind of overlaps. But should be one more day of taping. Just about done with all the prep work. Lots of tape, of course, paper, plastic. Still gotta paper up the windshield, a few other things. But all in all, it's just about ready to put down some of the Raptor Liner. And once that gets done, I think it should look pretty nice. Ready for the Raptor Liner. Hardener, Raptor, mixer, paint, thinner. This is the first layer of Raptor Liner down, and it only took one bottle to do the whole vehicle. And I'm pretty pleased with the results so far. I'm going to do one more coat. You see some of the bits and pieces didn't get covered. And the only issue I ran into was actually over here. I got a nice booger on it. And at one point my power strip on the compressor went out. I didn't know, and I lost all my pressure and it started kind of spurting out, but luckily it was just a little bit and there was no issues. But I think everything's gonna be nice. It was up here, you can kind of see the pieces. One right there. That was from the spray when it lost pressure. It's been about 20 minutes. Is some of these big guys, since I'm going to do another layer, put down another coat, I can kind of tap them down and just kind of get them to disappear. And when I come over top, you won't see it build up on top of it. So I'm just going through and hitting all these little guys. And looks like that's going to take care of my issue of a little bit of splatter from the lack of pressure. This is the day after my Raptor Liner on the Suzuki Samurai, and I'm pretty pleased with the results. A few things I noticed was, number one, I have a little bit of striping, I guess color or inconsistencies in the amount of product that went down over here on the hood. I'm not sure what you can pick up on here, but kind of light, dark, pretty minimal. But all in all, the coverage is great. I'm really happy with the texture. You can see there. I thinned it out. I didn't want it to come out really kind of thick and heavy. There's a few little random spots here and there. But all in all, it's a really consistent texture. And I went through 2 bottles of a 4-bottle kit, which was good, except that each bottle at the very end, I was really wanted to have another couple minutes of spray time, because I think it really needed to have 2.5 bottles to get a good consistent pattern down. And I ran out of tint, so I didn't have enough. But for what it is, I'll take it. Good color. Today I'm gonna go and tape up for my fender spray. I just have a spray can Raptor Liner, the 2K. And I'm going to do the fenders and most likely hit up this rocker as well again, just to make it more consistent, and call it good. There's some plastics here, might hit up as well, or just hit with some semi-gloss black. Well, paint is done and I'm super happy, although I did make a few mistakes on my trim work, some taping mistakes, and then I tried to fix it and did a bad job. So I'm gonna come back with a can of 2K and just spray it. You can see a couple pieces of a little bit of paint came through, but all in all, it came up really nice. Everything got Raptor lined. This as well. This was a mix from a pre-mix kit or a tintable kit, and then this is just out of a can. I did a little bit on here as well. There's a few spots you can still see a little red, but I can touch this up with the touch-up paint. I'm really happy with my texture. Real nice and flat. I'm also, with the touch-up paint, I'm going to come through and do the doors. And my tires, nice and black. This side fared a little better on the overspray with the fender flares, but I taped my door, had them off when I did this bottom here, and I didn't tape far enough, and you can see the black little shadowing here. So that's another thing too. I'll just come over real light with a spray and I'll take care of all that, but kind of bummed on that one. Oh well, no big deal, easy fix. Same thing on here, a little bit of mistape in there too. Another thing I noticed right here. You can see the different shading. This is overspray from doing the fender with the Raptor Liner can. So I taped up to here, and man, this one got me too. So I'm definitely gonna have to do a little light coat this one as well. First time operator error, not too bad.